Alright.
So, first, the music.
Oh, the music. And I also had to switch over to headphones so that way the music comes through. Video.
Let me tell you about the joys of voice meter.
Voice meter never works on my fucking computer.
It works for me great, I love it.
Windows keeps fucking with my settings on voice meter, so I've long since given up on it.
Wow. Where we last left off, the group had gone north to uncover a secret society which has apparently been overtaken by the worm. You first stopped at a northern isolated city called Buntulus, helped them out a bit, got some items in exchange, and also learned a couple of key facts, like how the society you're looking for has been buying up a bunch of booths that let you know what someone's potential is, inner potential, mana store, however you want to put it, and that one of the people in charge is named Panera.
Sorry, what was that name again?
Panera.
Okay, that's... okay. I misheard it ever so slightly initially.
Do you think that we were fighting Panera?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be an interesting find. But that's not what you're up for. Instead,
Oh no, I can't believe they're charging me...
Carbs.
I can't believe they're charging me $8 for half a sandwich. What highway robbery is this?
Cannot handle all these carbs.
So, on Harvey's suggestion, you went to a floating academy. Apparently, all the Grey Elf kingdoms have at least one. And this is the sort of place where secret societies, like the one you're after, pull their recruits from. So you showed up in the guise of green elves looking for a better way to be than with the other green elves. And you've set about trying to impress the locals with your abilities, mainly with magic, but in various other fashions as well. The Harvey has been acting as your Grey Elf sponsor, and Vorum has been acting as your professor. A job he is eminently qualified for.
And I prefer the Wizard Wilmington personally.
He doesn't teach. Not directly, anyway. So, you've made a good first impression on the first day of the classes you attended. Not for academic credit, of course, showing up midway through the semester, but still. And towards the end of the day, when you get back to the common room, where you will be pretending not to sleep, you are met by one of the two Grey Elves who apparently share this space, who seems quite excited and delighted to make your acquaintance. Because he was sitting in the sort of living room, sitting room, sort of socializing room that's part of this small dormitory. And as you each enter, he smiles, stands up, holds a hand out to greet you.
I'll shake it.
Quite so. Good to finally meet some green elves from the Southlands. I've heard all about you. But of course, nothing from the proverbial horse's mouth, of course. So I would be quite delighted to hear all about how things go for the other half, as it were.
God, this posh motherfucker.
I know, right?
Well, you know who else is a posh motherfucker? Aurelia.
Slick, isn't it?
Happy to engage with this fellow.
Indulge this man.
Yes. Sure, of course. Let me tell you anything you'd like to know. Assuming, of course, you'd reciprocate by answering questions I might have about your own
Of course,
society
of course. Absolutely. My past, and as far as I'm concerned, the past of the Grey Elves is an open book. Now, of course, we should start with introductions. I am Polan Mungeth. Pleased to meet you.
Indeed. And then Aurelia says the name that I definitely remember and I'm not having to look up right now.
You are Amara.
Yeah, it was Amara
Sarastina.
Yeah.
Arsene, yes.
I will introduce myself as Asir Iradan. Iradan, however you're supposed to fucking pronounce that.
Eardon.
Okay.
Did you say all that out loud to him?
No.
In character, hasn't even been 24 hours since you came up with these names.
Yeah.
So, well, if I may begin, well, of course, I've heard quite a bit about the so-called Mother Tree and the regard with which the Green Elves pay it. Is it true that to be a part of the Green Elf religion, you must bow towards the Mother Tree at least 5 times each day?
I really want to. I really want to fuck with this guy
absolutely.
and say yes.
Lily starts nodding.
No.
Yes.
Wait, does Aurelia know whether or not that's true?
No.
Roll a
I
religion
can tell
check?
none of you,
Aurelia doesn't know whether or not that's true.
well, all of you have been, well, aside from Lily, all of you have been in elf lands long enough to know the basics. And that is one of the basics, which is that no, they don't do that. As a matter of fact, he's probably confusing it with a empire practice.
Lily is nodding.
The followers
emphatically.
of one of the imperial gods bow towards Okar each day.
Fuck with this
Just
guy and tell him that he,
nodding
No,
with such intensity.
Aurelia, it will be a spoil sport, and even if the others try to lie to him, Aurelia will be honest and tell him that you guys are just joking.
That's it. Well, I suppose it's your turn for a question.
Well, I don't know that I have any right this moment, but well, let me think. I don't know. That's actually interesting.
right?
I'm not
Kinda
sure.
think as well.
Okay, I really's got a question. How old are the Grey Elf states? Are they? Sorry, Robin, I forget. Are they like? Geez, I'm sure this has been mentioned. What kind of government they have? Like, what kind of governments they have?
extremely feudal.
Right. Okay. How, are they kingdoms specifically? Like, are they called that?
Yes.
Okay. How old are the various Grey Elf kingdoms? I know a little of the current political geography, but not very much of the history.
Well, I suppose that depends on which of the kingdoms you're talking about. I believe Malpool, at least, claims to have a royal lineage dating back to the Exodus itself. But the others are newer, and many of them claim to be older than they are, predating their founding, as one does. I believe Il Ascom would be the newest of the realms, taken from the humans who initially declined our enlightened rule.
Oh. Fair enough.
All right.
Honestly, in theory, Aurelia might ask more questions, but I personally, as a player, am not interested enough in the minutia of the history at the moment to actually want to.
You could ask things about the school.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I
You
guess.
can ask more present tense questions, yes.
Yeah, but I also don't want to. I don't want to give away. Like, I don't want to ask questions that might seem suspicious at all. So I'd rather lead up to that. I mean, we're going to be here for a while. Aurelia can befriend this guy, and then eventually get more, relevant information out of him when the time is right.
I guess, but we could just also ask about the goings on in the school because we are new here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, which goings on?
All right.
Anything.
My turn now. Is it true that green elves are forced to be vegetarian?
Is this
Forced
true or not?
by whom?
By your religion, of course.
Well,
Lily starts violently nodding.
first of all, you should know that not all green elves follow the same religion.
Of course. Hence your being here. In general, I was asking about the religious aspects of that.
Fair enough.
Tensely nodding.
Is that true? Because I don't know.
Veganism is a suggested practice, but not one that green elves are made to follow, even if they are loyal worshippers of the Mother Tree.
All right. Yes. Well, not quite. It is encouraged, certainly, but not mandated.
I see. Still, to go without one's red meat seems rather asking for one to be rather weakened, if you ask me.
Yes. Well, I'd agree on that front.
I didn't know we were talking to Ron Swanson here.
Indeed, it's not a practice that I personally care for. I don't know. It is Lake a vegetarian?
I mean, I eat meat. I eat tons of meat.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure. No, it's not required, and yes, I tend to agree with your position on the matter.
Even so, I see. So, any other questions for me?
Any new gossip? Anything interesting going on in the school lately?
Well, okay. Let's just why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself then. Where do you come from? What is your background before you came to the school?
Oh, background. Well, as you might imagine from my being relegated to these quarters, I am unfortunately merely the son of a baron. A bit towards the south. We like to think of our little realm as cosmopolitan, of course, but sadly not enough trade and business comes through our domain for me to afford the private accommodations. Of course, I hope to change the fortunes of the family by coming here, joining a society perhaps, rubbing elbows with the movers and shakers of the kingdom and all that.
Yes, I assume that many important connections must be forged at schools like this one.
Oh, indeed. Free agents such as yourselves really must find friends in high places if you wish to rise to the extent of your capabilities.
Well,
Really trying not to laugh.
I'll have to keep that in mind. I appreciate the advice. That's exactly what Aurelia is planning on doing, by the way.
And, let's see. Oh, yes, third question. And, to be quite honest, I'm a bit hesitant to ask you this one. It's, well, it's a bit scandalous, to be quite honest. But, let it not be said that I am not an honest fellow. And, just so you understand, this is not me coming up with this idea.
Just
Yes,
ask it already.
Please, don't
It's-
worry. I'm sure
yes.
that it's nothing.
Yes, well, you see, there is rumors, of course, that green elves are forced by the theocracy of the Mother Tree to mate with animals like humans and various beasts of the forest in order to support, bulk up the numbers of the elven realms in the south.
Lily is dying right now. It's becoming increasingly harder to not laugh.
Like I said, this was not my idea, but simply something I've heard and I admit to being curious about.
While
Okay, well,
dying and trying not to laugh, Lily gives a thumbs up.
I'm not going to need to ask you for clarification on that one, Bobbin.
Well, there is
Unless there's something very weird going on, and
you at least understand where this idea may have come from because there are half elves.
mm-hmm.
You know personally that that's a thing.
Yes, obviously, but
Not
the
a half
animal
green elf in your
parts-
case, but still. But the animals thing is probably a reference to the way lycanthropy is tolerated and accepted as being sort of part of the forest, part of the elven realms.
Yes, our green elf's all about that wolf dick.
Yeah.
Yes. As you might have guessed based on the way you prefaced your question, that's certainly not true.
Yes.
The elves do not. The green elves, where we come from, do not mate with animals. Some do mate with humans because
Oh my.
humans are. Well, yes, I suppose
Humans are very fuckable.
Humans are
This is
horny
a-
and will put
this
their...
is a slight difference of
Well, you,
viewpoints, as it may be. But where
I
we
mean, you do hear certain things about plantation owners in the West, but still, such things are kept quiet.
Yes. Well, you must understand that where we come from, humans and elves are considered to be
Elvin
perhaps
Jefferson.
more similar than they are here.
Well, it's no wonder you've come north then.
Indeed.
Elf really cannot rise to the height of his or her potential, surrounded by the lesser races.
Hmm. Well, I suppose not. No.
But I'm sure you'll learn all about that when attending our classes, particularly the ones about our history. Quite enlightening, I should say. Even despite years of tutoring, I have learned very interesting things about the Grey Elven history while on the Kaitor. Do you have any further questions for me?
I will say that in character, Aurelia probably does have other questions, but out of character, I think that.
All right, so the conversation just sort of passes into just fade to black mode.
Yes, but not in a lewd way.
But
Yes. Well, the scene ends, but presumably, between scenes, there is more conversation that is had.
right. So, how do you plan to handle the whole sleeping arrangements?
Didn't we already?
I just sort of breezed past that before. I just want to hear if there's anything more specific.
Well, I don't have to sleep, so that's not my problem.
Fucking
That sounds
hate
like a them problem.
Yeah, but Lake probably is going to have to help cover for the rest of us.
Oh yeah, for sure, but that's still.
And Lorem.
Yes,
Lorem
and
is
Lorem.
sharing quarters with you guys and is an actual elf.
Right. So, first of all, I assume that we would probably ensure that the three of us who do have to sleep, right, no, yeah, the three of us who do have to sleep, should probably, if possible, choose bed areas that are slightly further away from the others. Not bed,
Well,
like rest areas, whatever you want
I
to.
did mention that rest areas are provided with curtains for privacy.
Yes, but just
It's just,
in case it
sometimes
sounds.
people talk or snore in their sleep.
Yeah, or you can just move around in ways that might be suspicious.
Luckily,
Mhm.
Lily sleeps like a goddamn angel.
Or so she
Uh,
thinks.
Yeah.
Look, she's never had anyone to tell her otherwise, alright?
But yeah, so that's the main thing. Otherwise, I don't know. Choosing sleeping hours sort of based on what's
The two big things are just having Lorem and Lake stand guard.
Yeah.
like
And they will just sort of ferry books into your private spaces, basically to just sort of create an illusion that you are spending the other 4 hours that you are not asleep quietly reading in your private areas.
mhm.
Because elves only have to transfer 4 hours, but spellcasters, pretty much everybody here, need 8 hours of rest in order to get their spells back. And so naturally the academy takes that into account.
Now what I need to do is sleep sitting up with a book in my hands and put some sunglasses on me.
Yeah,
See,
begin to
personally,
breeze this shit.
Personally, I still think that Aurelia should have to sleep less, but I realize that the mechanics do not reflect that.
Mhm.
But Lily needs her beauty sleep, all right. Sorry, I
Right.
can't be like you fancy schmancy elves or weirdos.
So, now, like I said last time, about a week passes, and you continue to demonstrate your prowess at the various practical lessons that you're given during your stay here.
Heaven forbid I'm given a written test.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, luckily you don't actually have to. You're only auditing the classes. But eventually, one of your fellow classmates approaches Aurelia,
Mm-hmm.
who seems to have that air of nobility about her.
She does.
I see how it is.
And he introduces himself as Welissabel Verestin.
Okay. Really introduces herself again
What a terrible name.
as Amara Aristina or whatever it is.
Greetings, Lady Amara, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, greetings to yourself as well, Lord Willisabel.
Wally.
Does this guy have a dog that's following him around, just reading a newspaper and shaking its head disdainfully?
Oh, please, my mother is the lady. For now, I am simply Sir.
Well,
Now, you've been on the Kaitor for a small while now, and already people are talking about you. And not just for being a group of green elves who have come north to learn the better way of living.
well, I'm flattered for their interest, I suppose.
Grand. Have you heard about the various societies that our Kaitor is the proud host of?
Have I, outside of obviously the background stuff we know? Like, have I while I've been here?
Have you been asking around about them? Because otherwise, all you really have to go on is that.
I would say
that,
really the strategy is.
Paulin mentioned them.
Then no, she'll just say I've heard some mention, but I must admit I know very little.
Ah, so I'm the first. Very good. Well, you should be aware that there are several societies on the Kaitor. They all claim the virtues of in various ways. Specialities, both regional and professional. There's the Broken Skulls, the Rose Astarte, the Free Flyers. But the one that I'm from happens to be called the Fallen Arrows.
And what would you say distinguishes your society from the others, if I might ask?
Well, to be perfectly honest, we've been having a bit of a change in how we go about things recently. We've the old focus served us well enough, of course, but these days we are primarily concerned with finding those with the greatest possible potential for magic or for other skills that they may happen to have, and to push such people to the very heights of achievement. Hence why I've approached you. While you may not be a grey elf, in terms of ancestry, you are part of the family, and you do show incredible amounts of promise.
Well, once again, you flatter me.
You and all your companions,
Yeah,
in
that
fact.
was.
I
Yes, well,
suppose.
mostly me.
I suppose that's why you were chosen to come up here.
Well, I suppose that would be part of why we found ourselves in the position to do so with Professor Lorem.
Indeed, the professor chooses students quite admirably. But I'm afraid your old professor is not going to be able to get you the kinds of connections you would need to rise through the ranks of the feudal hierarchy.
Yes, well, of course, we have some understanding of how such things work. Of course, it's not enough to merely be talented. One must also, know the right sort of people.
Yes, of course. That's half the reason for these academies, after all. Else we could have simply hired out each of these professors to our individual estates and had done with the whole roaming at foreign lands business. But tell me, does the tenets of the Fallen Arrows interest you in any way?
Well, from what you said, I must admit, my interest is piqued. It seems quite quite beneficial to us to find such a group who would not be unduly biased against our origins, but would rather judge us by the potential that we have, as you say.
Yes, of course. And from what I understand, we're even looking towards finding lesser races who are also show signs of goodly potential. Not real membership, of course, but it is good to know exactly whom has greatest promise. Good breeding stock is hard to find. If we can find good potential early on, we can buy it at a bargain. Anyway.
Okay, well, that got weird.
Anyway, there is a room, a practice room, under the surface that we have taken for our own use. You and your green elf friends are welcome to meet us there, where we shall use a new arco-scientific process that shall define once and for all exactly what kind of potential you have. If it proves to be sufficient, we shall be glad to offer you a probationary membership.
Sounds great.
Yes,
How could this possibly backfire?
almost too good to be true, but certainly, I think we would accept.
That's what they said about the Flying Islands once upon a time. look where we're standing now. Good. He gives you directions, and I shall meet you there.
Nice.
So,
Hey,
any sort of preparations or information you want to pass along?
I don't know. I suppose. Well, obviously, we'd make sure that everyone is aware of what's happening, because we don't know exactly what we're gonna have to do.
Well, you have been through the booths before, and they did not foil your disguise.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I didn't mean that. Sorry. I was kind of just thinking and lost what I was saying. I just mean in terms of presumably we're not going to have to act immediately, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen after they test us or how much they're going to say. My guess is that they're just going to test us. It'll be we'll sort of be in for a while, and then we'll have to see what happens. But just make sure everyone knows what's happening, just in case something weird happens.
All right, so no special preparation, but you do take a moment to bring everybody up to speed.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all I can think of. I don't know anybody else.
I can't think of anything to do to prepare.
Nope.
All right, then. So,
I still can't talk. It's great.
one of the buildings on this island that appears to be a tower is mostly just a covered stairwell, that leads down into the depths of the rock that the academy is built on. And there are several floors and several corridors branching out from the various floors. And for the most part, they seem to lead to what Isabel described as practice rooms. Just chambers carved out of the rock, probably through magic, that are secured with thick stone walls separating each one, so that whatever sort of magic or alchemy or other practice takes place in the rooms won't harm or disrupt anybody else. So you get the sense that magic is really pushed to new limits in this place. But several of the chambers have been sort of handed off on a semi-permanent basis to the various societies that make this academy home.
Right.
And you note that the floor that you are told to go to seems to be the one where most of the societies have their headquarters. Based on the names you heard, it's pretty easy to locate the Broken Skull's door with a caved-in skull symbol on the door. Free Flyers, you assume, is the one with a spelljammer on the door. And so you also see that the symbol for fallen arrows is just basically a pile of 4 arrows, half of which are broken.
Lame.
All right, well, let's go hang out then.
Yeah.
When you knock on the door, the The sides of the door actually pull apart to either side by way of some massive chain. Not only are the chambers themselves walled in with stone, but even the doors heavily reinforced, so that whatever happens inside does not go rampaging throughout the rest of the complex.
Cowards.
A lot of them.
On the right, you see a variety of shelves, along with a few magic circles that don't seem to be in active use, because the shelves have been moved to actually cover a few of them. On the left side, you see a large water tank of some sort. You could swear there was something, a shadow that just sort of passed through it, but you don't really see anything you can identify.
Ah, it's
There
baby
is-
Aboleth.
A raised stone dais in the center of the chamber. Towards the back end, you see a couple of corner tables with a variety of alchemy supplies, scrolls, active work area by the looks of it. And just past the tables, you see a balcony that looks out over the floating vista beyond. There are several more tables up on the raised balcony area, along with an orrery, probably of the solar system, and a massive telescope.
Cool.
None of you have ever seen one that big before.
My God, the size of it.
They're compensating for something.
Or eyesight.
Yes.
What do your keen elven telescopes see?
Hmm.
The area is fairly populated. Looks like the fallen arrows are recruiting pretty actively. There are a couple of the sorts of person that you would call a bodyguard towards the door, and along with a fairly decent number of mages just sort of chatting, looking over the instruments, using the alchemy supplies, checking the bookshelves, going about their business. And over by the water tank, you also see two of those booths that you are familiar with.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
devilish laugh.
Ah, so glad you could make it. And I see you've brought everyone with you. That will make this very efficient, then. So, unless you have any questions about how our organization works, or what exactly would be expected of you, we shall go about the first thing and have you all tested. How's about that?
Sure. Why
Sure.
not?
Just to be clear, this is Wool Isabel again.
Yes.
Okay.
He said he'd meet you
Willie.
there.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because he didn't say explicitly, but I figured it was him.
Yeah, it's Willie.
Now, can I
It would be-
roll insight?
It would be Wally, just saying.
Yeah.
But rolling insight against what?
Well, just to, I don't know, see if he's being completely truthful. I feel, like it's fine, but just in case he's hiding something. Maybe that's weird.
By all means, make the roll.
I believe in you.
Yeah, he's fine.
I would also like to do. Hey.
Okay, no, let's use my amazing insight.
Is it like -1 or something?
It's not -1, it's 0.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, give Grenache a shot. Why not?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am in control of
Yeah, that'd be a
Grenache.
good idea, actually.
Yeah. I think Grenache actually might have the best insight out of all of us. Yeah, he has a +10 to insight. And he's still rolling 2.
All right. Well, none of you detect anything particularly fishy necessarily with how Walisabel is conducting himself, but Lake, it occurs to you that he seems to be really eager to get you guys to join.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna just
Like,
straight.
you
Okay.
get the sense that this is like a buyer's market, so to speak.
Okay.
Or, no, a seller's market. You're the merchandise.
Okay.
This is a seller's market.
Oh, they want us. They want us in here so that way they look cool and be like, "Hey, look what we got."
We did not quite roll high enough to get any specifics, so
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever you say.
Sure.
This
Well,
is
let's
my
get in the
big general.
machine.
Yeah. Let's do it. Seems excited for us to. That I guess.
All right. Well, as the new hotness in town, your going into the booths generates a fair amount of attention from the other members. And they bring you to the booths one by one. And it's the same experience. And you imagine they get the same results, but the oohing and ahhing and gasps of shock are much more pronounced here than they were up in Buntalus. Like, people of your caliber don't seem to be as common as they were up north.
Hmm. So Libertopia works, eh?
It at least attracts
It gets results.
it at least attracts the sort of person they're looking for.
Fair enough.
Crazy wizards.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Well, I say this is quite impressive. Not only are you all of the highest possible potentials, you've almost reached the extent of it. Perhaps a bit late for you, Lady. Perhaps a bit late for you, Lady Amara. A bit too late to shift lanes into proper magic, I'm afraid. But still, this is the sort of potential that Fallen Arrows is excited to bring together. I would be honored to extend a probationary membership to all of you.
All right.
and I think we would all be honored to accept.
Yeah.
I mean, can I ask about what comes with that? And I can't say that, but you know.
Just imagine that Lily, throughout this entire process, has just been poking various party members till they say what she wants them to say.
Oh no, I could just use message if I wanted to do that.
You do still have to whisper out loud, though.
Shit. I thought it was nobody could hear it. Except for the person they're whispering to.
Oh, well, I'd have to double check.
Pretty sure it was inaudible, but...
It's not important. All right. We can ask what what sort of amenities does this come with?
Oh, well, for probationary membership, you would be allowed the use of the facility here, of course. And then, after a year's time, you would be offered an opportunity to graduate to a full membership. Tier 1 membership, mind you, but still.
All
At
right.
such time, you would go through the proper initiation process, and we would expect a contribution of 1,000 platinum per person.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's a large amount of money, even for us.
It's a lot of money to get brainwashed.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because that's in a year. We're not going to stick around here a year. People will all be dead by then.
I say Lily would die before staying here for a year.
Yeah.
No, I mean specifically, they will die before we stay. here.
No, I'm saying Lily would not be able to take this for a full year.
So, I assume that would be like suicide by cop in Lily's case.
Never take me alive.
All right. Well, we're in. That's good. What was the next step of our plan?
Yes. Find out who's infected and
Yeah.
start murdering them? I don't know.
Actually, that is something.
I was gonna say, it's never been bugging Grenache at all.
Yeah, that is something that Grenache would have been checking out this whole time.
Yes.
And once you make your excuses and leave this chamber, Grenache will be able to just sort of lean over and tell you none of them are infected.
Oh, cool. So we won't have to murder them.
Okay.
Probably. Maybe. We'll see.
No one here on the island appears to be infected. In fact,
Oh, so it's a great big waste of time. Hooray.
Well, no. Yeah, I mean, Aurelia is coming around to the whole idea that these people are awful ever since she got compared to the product of bestiality.
I started getting
that was what tipped you off.
I was starting to get the vibe that they weren't that great due to the fact that I don't know, they own slaves.
Right. I mean, it's not that Aurelia thought they were good before. It's just Aurelia thought they were more tolerable before. But when they go around making comments like that, it makes her want to
Stab somebody?
rub it in their faces. That no, not really. Aurelia's not going to murder someone because they insulted her.
Aurelia's not Lily.
Yeah. But it does leave a bit of a bad taste in her mouth.
To be fair, it would be more satisfying to rob them blind.
Sure.
by the way,
Right.
Lily, who is not otherwise occupied, can make an investigation roll.
Fuck yeah, I can. Of course I can. It's what I do. Fuck, where's... Okay, there's the tab. Yeah!
Holy shit.
I spy with my little eye.
You instantly appraise which of the alchemical supplies is valuable and which are not. You are pretty sure that whatever is in that tank is also made of water because you take a moment to just sort of step over there, look down, don't see anything except for the water itself rippling around unnaturally before stepping back.
Oh my god, do they have a pet elemental?
And you are fairly certain that there are important documents related to the Fallen Arrows Society itself,
Fuck.
located in several places throughout the room. Some of the visitors seem to have been checking through them, and Isabel glanced towards one table in particular while discussing the arrangements of your probationary membership.
If only I could read.
Yes. You're unable to read Elven, but you are able to identify what is important just by the way that people are acting around the various shelves and tables. But yes, you're fairly certain that you don't necessarily need to go through Elisabel in order to get what you need.
What do we need again?
To get higher up into the society.
We need access, is what we need.
Right. But, what do we know what that would entail at this point?
Well, going through proper channels would entail a year of probationary membership, an extremely expensive contribution, and some unknown initiation.
In other words, we
Right.
need to go over Wally's head.
All right, so time for social climbing. We need to. Okay, so we need to exploit the connections that we currently have to find people who are further up the chain, and then ditch the people who got us there, and attach ourselves to the people above them. Rinse, repeat as many times as necessary. That's basically how it works.
If only I could read.
So yeah, Aurelia is going to work on figuring out how to do that in this case, which will probably take some time hanging out with these people until, I don't know. I mean,
Well,
maybe
just based on the deference you've seen so far, Isabel seems to be the highest ranking member in this academy.
right. So I'm going to spend a lot of time with him, I suppose.
All right.
And I mean, Aurelia does know how to ingratiate to, arrogant nobles, because she is one.
I
So,
like
I
the
don't know.
idea of Aurelia hanging out with these people for extended periods of time, and then coming back to us and being like, "Man, these guys suck. They're so insufferable," and we just like look at her for a while.
Yeah, except actually, what would really happen is Aurelia would hang out with these people all the time and come back and say, "I don't know what you guys are complaining about."
Well, honestly, with these guys, you probably would know what they're complaining about.
Yeah, but I mean, to Aurelia, it's all a game, is the thing. Like, I don't think it would actually bother her that much. Like, the one thing that bothered her was the thing about comparing humans to animals and being disgusted by half elves. But most of the like shitty, horrible things they say, like I don't think it would bother Aurelia that much. Like she wouldn't like them, but it wouldn't bother her on a personal level. And I feel like she's the kind of person who would enjoy sort of the game of ingratiating herself to them and kind of playing this role and everything. So that's all I mean. I don't mean that they're not insufferable. I'm sure they are.
Well, if you could give me a persuasion check.
I absolutely can do that, Bobbin. Not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, one higher would have been a nice round 30. That's
All right. Well, as the next week goes by, you spend a lot of time with the Fallen Arrow's head and get to know some of the other members. And considering that they are all gray elves from aristocratic backgrounds, they are relatively diverse in terms of what kinds of magics they specialize in, what kinds of non-magic they specialize in. Like the guards you saw are fully fledged members of the society. It's just that they also happen to be part of the bodyguard groups that protect the wizards. You learn that they are actually, they tend to be drawn from lesser sons and daughters, or those who don't show a particular aptitude for specifically wizard types of magic. For which there is a very significant amount of elitism around here.
Is that specifically wizards, or is that like wizards and sorcerers?
Specifically wizards.
Okay, fair.
Sorcerers have to have mixed blood, after all. In generally speaking.
Oh, I suppose that's true. So what do these people think of sorcerers then?
Well, their greatest exposure to sorcerers tends to be of the draconic kind, who come from the west, from North Kalagia.
Mm-hmm.
So they tend to have a dim view of the whole idea.
Okay, so they don't really have their own sorcerer.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Although you do meet a couple of people who seem to have made provisional deals, as they call it, with certain significant planar powers.
Oh, warlocks.
So I fit right in, actually.
No, they would
Yeah.
hate you.
Well, if they knew what you were a warlock of, then yes. But other than that, the idea of you being a warlock in general is accepted here.
Yeah.
I mean, it is... there is, of course, still that elitism that favors wizardry.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it is considered an acceptable shortcut for those who just don't have the right kind of talent.
It's about pure blood and natural talent.
For some reason, these morons don't respect being a bard. Well, I mean, they respect it a little, as you said before, but they consider it inferior, even though it's clearly better.
To be fair, most people don't respect bards.
Well, that's just because most bards are gnomes who have names like Lemon Party or whatever.
No,
To be
Lemon
fair,
Party
those are
was
the
an
deep
exception.
gnomes. Those are specifically the
Yeah,
deep,
those are specific.
Yeah, I know. The deep web gnomes.
but also gnomes have terrible names.
I mean, they're better. Okay, we keep making fun of the gnome names, but I will say this: I listened to a new podcast called Root Tales of Magic, and there is a character who is explicitly called Bukake Pepsi. Just saying, it could be worse.
Okay, but that's that podcast.
That's just some dumb podcast, though. I don't know.
There's also
Like, all I'm
Cum
saying is that
Dangle.
there is a famous gnome bard named Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Yes.
They don't deserve my respect.
Well, I will say that they don't name themselves jokes. They use the many names they have to tell jokes.
My point stands.
Fair.
Alright. But as far as Willisabel goes, you, spending more time with him doesn't seem to be getting you any ideas of how to jump the ranks or go over his head specifically.
But surely he's an aristocrat. He must brag about the people above him that he knows and associates with. I mean, that's one of the main ways of bragging.
Oh yes, he does brag that there are fallen arrow gatherings that he is permitted to attend as the leader
Tell me more about those. Those must be so fascinating.
of this particular chapter of the society. He mentions that he's heard that they've even managed to purchase their own flying island recently. The fortunes of the society have been so excellent as of late.
Oh, impressive.
Especially with the new co-chairwoman.
Oh, yes.
But he rather teasingly refuses to say specific names,
Ah,
insisting that such information is sadly above what a probationary member is allowed to know.
of course,
And-
I understand.
He is unfortunately unable to breach these, what would be the word for that, protocols, or shorten the length of your probation. Although he does mention that if you aren't able to furnish the total sum at the end of your probation, there are ways by which members can work off the payment. Although, unfortunately, such work would have to be done in advance. And it, again, does not get to shorten the time at all.
Right. Now,
And there is one other thing that you get out of him, which is the name of the island. It was
Okay.
renamed after ownership to Wembe Kaitor, which, based on your knowledge of Elvish, is the greatest of worms.
Oh,
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
why is it called that exactly?
Fuck subtlety, I guess.
Oh, I suppose it has to do with the whole fallen arrows idea in general, fallen arrows that were left behind during the Great Exodus. Greatest of all worms who devoured the grey elf bodies who had to be left behind after the big war with, excuse my saying so, your kind.
Do I know what the fuck he's talking about?
Yes, back in the day, there was a big rift between the elves.
Right.
Some of them preferred arcane magic and thought that the time had come to move out from underneath the branches of the mother tree. Others thought that staying under those branches and protecting the mother tree would be the best way to continue living.
Right.
They
But
got
the-
into a fight, the Grey Elves lost, and fled north.
Right. Okay. Sorry. I did remember that basically. The part I don't get is how does that relate to the fallen arrows or the greatest of worms?
Oh, the Fallen Arrows is just basically edgy imagery relating back to the big fight. Fallen Arrows left behind on the battlefield as the elves left.
I see.
And the greatest of all worms would be the ones that consume the bodies of the fallen who are also left behind, who are essentially the Fallen Arrows. So it's all just edgy nonsense.
I see. Okay.
Or that's how he's interpreting it.
Right. It's okay. I like this feels like very like fascist imagery, but like specifically like more like Italian fascist imagery than like Nazi stuff.
God, all the subtlety of a brick through a window.
Like that's totally something an Italian fascist would say. All right.
It's also something an Italian fascist would do, throwing bricks through windows.
Yeah, probably. A lot of people would do that, though. To be fair.
Look, it gets a point across.
Yeah.
And that point is fuck you.
All right. Well, okay. We've got a name then. Well, I do want to ask him, and Wimbe Kaitor, is it, will I be able to see it once I am a full member?
Oh, well, full membership would get you certain privileges here, but the second tier of membership, I'm afraid, is what you would need to qualify for if you were to accompany me to Wembe Kaitor.
Oh, how exclusive.
I myself am on the third tier, hence why I was allowed leadership of this chapter. And of course, there are several more tiers above me. I believe 6 in total. And of course, the chairwomen on the top.
All right. So all we've got to do is steal his identity and fly to the. Perfect. Okay. Well, yeah. I feel like that's a good place to start in terms of doing some research.
Yeah, stalk this man.
Yeah.
Figuring out where this place is.
By stalking him.
I mean, it's hard to hide a flying island, right? So, I mean, presumably.
To be fair, though, there's a number of them. That's the issue.
Well, yes,
They all
okay.
kind of move around.
Right. Sure, that's fair.
So we need to stalk a man.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Aurelia will stay close to him if she's sort of got an in now, and just keep trying to learn what she can, and maybe someone else can try to do some research into where the island is, or if there's another way of figuring things out.
Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Rest in peace, Bob.
Never.
God, talking to my
Same.
friends? What the fuck?
You don't have friends.
That's fucked up. Okay.
Fucked
I'll have
up,
you-
but you're not denying it.
I'll have you know, I have at least half a friend.
Only half a friend.
Only half.
What did you do with the other half?
I have to share it with Eve.
Ah, I see. You went the King Solomon route, I see.
Yes, exactly. Only we didn't divide it by top half and bottom half, we divided by left and right.
Ah, straight down the center, alright.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are we cutting up? Sorry?
Talking about Kalon's half a friend.
Ah. So, immediate plans of action.
I guess.
Aside from Aurelia learning as much about Isabel as possible. And just roll investigation for me for getting some idea of the person.
Sure. Fuck.
Jesus.
Damn.
Not rolling.
Aren't you a bard? Aren't you supposed to be good at this shit?
Well, you do note that Isabel seems to be more guarded than you would expect for someone who seems to be falling entirely to your charms.
Fair.
Fucking Wally. Can't
And
trust him.
yeah, I'm not that great at investigation because, well, I mean, look, if I could recreate Aurelia from the beginning now, I would put stuff into investigation because Baughman has us roll it all the time. Compared to like acrobatics, which has been useless to me. But well, it's not going to.
I've used acrobatics. It's been great.
I've used
Deception has
acrobatics
been
like
useless for me,
once,
though.
and it was like to do a backflip out of a window.
I
Yeah.
regret it getting deception.
Yeah, who knew that, like, choosing beguiling charm would be useless since we have a fucking bard in the party?
Anyway, yeah, okay, so he's still somewhat guarded. I guess he's not quite as foolish as he appears.
I mean, they made him tier 3 for a reason, it would seem. So, what do the rest of you want to do?
That's a question.
It's a valid question. Especially because I am fairly limited.
Yeah, and, like, I'm just drawing up blanks, because, yes, try to keep impressing these people so that way, like, I move up in, like, no, I guess since we're provisional, we wouldn't really in the tier system yet.
All right.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Well, after another week or so of firing up Elisabel, taking your classes, trying to fit in, trying to avoid attention, Harvey manages to come up with an excuse to come and see you all again and speak with you in private. And after smiling and waving and talking to all the other faculty members that he's been hobnobbing with this whole time, he shuts the door to the trancing chamber, turns around to you and says, "I can't stand it here."
Oh god, no, it's awful! It's
It's
so
the absolute worst.
it's so wretched here. I hate it.
Yeah. I'm going to make a suggestion here. I normally don't do this because I normally figure you guys wouldn't take me up on it. But let's kill them all.
Yes.
God, yes.
Yes, please.
Do you think they bleed blue?
Sorry, what?
Not the whole damn academy. That's not what I mean. I mean just go into the Fallen Arrows little study room area, murder whoever we find there, take what we can, make some excuses, and get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I object to this idea.
Okay, would you rather we sneak in after dark and steal everything? Because, I mean, I can do that.
I mean, yes. I don't look. These people. I don't know. I'm not their biggest fan either.
They
but
own sleighs and compared
so does
compared you
everyone
to-
here.
and compared you.
That wasn't even Willisabel. That wasn't even anyone in the Fallen Arrow. That was just a random person here. And I'm
Yeah,
not going
I'm
to start murdering random people because they insult me, however insulting it might be.
I'm sure they think the same exact thing, though.
Well, it's not. I don't believe people should be killed for thinking things.
Well, in this case, we're not killing them for thinking things. We're killing them for associating with the worm.
Well, yes, I understand, but the Lake is arguing that it's all right because of what they think, and I disagree with that. If we need to, kill them. I mean, look, obviously, I do not object to doing what needs to be done, but that just seems like a rather hasty course of action, and one that is not really justified by anything we've seen so far. I mean, none of these people are infected by the worm. It seems to me that none of them even know anything about it or anything about what they're associating with. I mean, if Willisabel himself doesn't. You know, I can't say for sure that he doesn't, but
fuck Wally.
Yeah.
He's the highest ranking person here, and he seemed to. Well, can I retroactively roll insight to see if he seemed like he was being genuine when he gave his explanation of what he think the city's name means?
Sure.
No, that's not great.
All right. As far as you can tell, he was being genuine.
Yeah, so I don't even know that he knows anything about the worm.
All right, so we don't kill them for the sake of killing them.
I can steal
Well,
their shit.
If they get in the way, we need what they have, which will get us where we need to be, and then we'll be out of here and not even have to worry about who's alive and who's dead anymore. Not that I ever do.
Yes, if we have good reason to believe that there's something in there that will, help us find the island.
I've seen important papers in there. Might be among them.
Well, all right then.
Also,
That's
they have
fine.
some very expensive alchemy items, but look, it's the price I pay for coming to the shithole.
All right. And now, if we do this, do we? Yeah, I guess there's no reason to.
At the very least, it shouldn't matter if we do get caught and have to go loud. I've been down among the practice rooms. They're very soundproofed against each other.
Oh, good.
All right. And I can always teleport us out. All right. Well, then I guess we should go for it then.
Love stealing shit.
All right. So what is going to be your plan of action?
Well, I would prefer we wait for a time when ideally there are as few people as possible down there.
Mm-hmm. That would be nighttime.
Yes.
You've during the past week of hobnobbing with Lisabel, you've been down there enough times to see that the area never quite goes completely dark, so to speak. But when night falls, when most people go to sleep, when the student body goes to sleep, it is definitely low activity.
Well, most people here don't go to sleep, but yeah.
You go to rest.
Yes.
So, how do you guys feel about saying hi to the skull again?
I love the skull.
And the head.
What?
The dragon that lives in the hole. Well, lives is a
Oh.
strong word.
I don't know if that's necessary, is it?
Well, you guys would probably have deposited the skulls by this point, so
Yeah.
I will
There's
have
just
you know,
that-
I took the dragon head to a taxidermist.
still, though, you wouldn't want it living up your hole.
No.
No,
I
that's
did like that skull. That was nice. It
That's
added
how
a
you
certain
get
ambiance to the room.
infections. That's how you get the dragon itch.
That skull was clean.
That's what they all say.
All right. Well, no, I don't know if we need to do that because we're not doing full stealth or whatever. We're just going in there.
Stealing a bunch of shit and then leaving.
And we have every right to be in there. They don't have a problem with us being in there. It's just the stealing. So we can go in there normally, sort of scope things out, and then decide how to proceed. We might just be able to incapacitate whoever's in there.
all right. Well, if you're just going to walk in, then I should go get the I should go get the ship ready. Because I haven't been a part of this whole joining the whatever society.
Well, I mean, you can hide in the bag if you want, or the hole. I don't know.
No, I'd rather have
No.
our ship ready to leave.
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess Lorem hasn't been part of it either.
Well, he's actually been there. He's just been quiet.
Our good friend Lorem, who's been here the entire time.
Really? Oh, okay. Sorry,
I'm laughing
I
with
guess-
my friend Lorem. He's off. He's right off to the side of the camera, laughing as well.
Lorem, who was here the entire time.
Well, that's just my friend Minnie Moose. He's been here the whole time.
Just like our good buddy Jeff the Wizard.
Mhm. The joke only for me and Torpo.
Regardless,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
it was a way of messing with the DM.
All right. Yeah, sure. So let's go down. Now, do we have a good excuse for being down there? I mean, maybe
The club
I'm.
members.
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
showing up, you don't really need an excuse.
Yeah. Well, I just
Although
meant if we were going
they
in a
might
time,
ask.
it's unusual for many people to be there. But yeah, I guess you're right. We can just go down and say we felt like hanging out.
Look, just
and
leave it to me to get fancy with the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. Let's just go down and see what we find.
I mean, even I wouldn't be that, like, even with me and Lucky, I wouldn't be able to pull off sleight of hand, because my sleight of hand is oh no, I'm proficient in it. Never mind, I could potentially help.
Me and the old 5-finger discount.
I forgot I was proficient in sleight of hand, because I've literally never
See-
used it.
I'm only proficient in sleight of hand, so I get a plus 11. Now, if I had expertise in sleight of hand, it'd be a 16. Which is what I have for stealth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
You head down the stairs, down the hallway.
Oh wait,
Fine.
if we're gonna do that, will I have a chance to switch out my one of my magic items, or are we just gonna try to do it immediately after Harvey
Oh,
brings
no,
it up?
no. I mean, if nothing else, Harvey did not meet you in the middle of the night, so you definitely have some time.
Cool. Okay, I'll switch to my shoes just in case we have to fight.
I think I'm good. Oh, that's what gives me the fucking, like, seeing in every direction and stuff. That's the robe of eyes. That's right. I
Yeah,
forgot I had
you
that.
just remember that?
Yeah. No, I was wondering, like, why I had all that stuff on there. I'm like, why do I have all that on there? Oh, right. I have a robe covered in eyeballs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking weird. All right. Let's see what we find down there.
All right. You knock on the door, they part the doors for you. Enter inside, and you see that it is, in fact, fairly lightly populated. Ulisabel himself is there, along with 2 other wizards and 2 guards by the door.
All right.
Ah, well, hello there. What brings the lot of you round at this time of hour, or at this particular hour?
Oh well, I felt a little restless and decided to pop down, and my friends all thought it would I thought it would be nice. You know, it can get rather busy here during the day, and I see that, as I suspected, it's a little less populated at the moment.
Ah, of course. Roll deception with disadvantage.
Oh my god!
What?
Prepare to
And
get
yet you'll
destroyed.
still
Because it
only
was a terrible lie.
you'll still only get like a 86 saying.
No, it was 50.
I mean, I rolled pretty badly again. I rolled quite
Yeah.
badly today so far. But it's still okay for Aurelia because she's very good at deception.
Yeah, you just been rolling dog shit.
We keep rolling like dog shit, we're probably gonna end up fighting anyway. So
One of the guards by the door looks over at you and says, "It's not why you're here, is it?"
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Time to bullshit harder.
It's just what are you trying to suggest?
Oh, don't
not.
escalate.
Not trying to suggest anything. Just saying. Don't seem quite right.
Spin this into something flattering.
Doesn't seem quite right. What exactly would that mean? The lot of you are here. Honestly, it does seem rather late for everyone to arrive.
See, I knew we needed an excuse.
Bullshit. Flatter.
ladder.
Well-
Feel good.
As I said, I initially intended to simply come down here alone, but, well, who am I to tell my friends that they cannot accompany me?
I'm sure that's quite lovely of you. So, why are your friends here? Don't bother. I'd like to hear them say it.
Lily takes out some dice.
I mean, I just
What are those supposed to be? Eh?
those are she wants to gamble. She wants to play games with you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I don't recall anyone having heard a word out of her since she arrived.
Why is this random guard the only person who's noticed that?
It's kind of rude to bring up the fact that she's a mute.
Yeah, Lily just points to her mouth and just makes like a hand closing gesture.
Roll deception with
me?
disadvantage.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh no. Ah, shit.
No, my deception's fairly good. 26,
Okay,
motherfucker!
you know what? Fucking whatever.
Okay.
All right. I won't press that. How about the old professor there? Why are you down here?
Oh no.
Oh no, Laura.
Well, we have books here that aren't anywhere else in the academy.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta check his stats here for a second.
-1 charisma.
This is gonna hurt.
I'm
Not that
just resigned
bad.
to the fact that there's going to be a fight here. I'm just thinking about the best way to open it.
Probably for the best.
Oh no. Lorem. Wasted a 19, Lorem.
Yeah, I'm not quite convinced. Boss, I'm not quite convinced about this lot. Coming out here when few folks are around. Excepting yourself and my own good self, who took the night shift for a reason. So combat has not yet begun, but I am going to shift the map.
Okay.
So this is roughly how we're laid out.
Roughly, yes.
Okay, that's annoying because it means I won't be able to get people in. Things.
The guy who's confronting you is the one right next to you, Aurelia.
Yeah, that was my guess.
With the 2 swords.
Less swords and more long knives.
Okay.
Stabs real good all the same.
It's just sharp pointing metal going into your fleshy bits. That's not good in any case.
Hurts so good.
All right. Well. Let me just.
Just measuring things out for no real reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that one guy off in the corner on the right.
Oh, which one is the one closest to us, Will Isabel?
The one up here, yeah.
Okay.
Who's this fucker over here?
And just another wizard.
Just a mage.
Okay.
Same as
They'll
the
die
one on the
too.
left.
They'll die like anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Well, this is really quite confrontational of you, but you hired me to be confrontational, begging your pardon, master. And these folk aren't adding up.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice the guard on the other side of the door has been gripping his sword.
Well, look, I'm afraid I just don't see what the problem is here. I'm really just gonna cast hypnotic pattern, I think. Actually, does it make sense to do that?
No.
Do you have suggestion?
Oh, I do have suggestion, which I never use because it feels broken the way that it's written. But they'll know that I cast suggestion.
One,
right?
they'll know you cast suggestion. 2, if he's an elf, he's resistant to that anyway.
Yeah, not to me.
Oh, that's right.
But then you would have to pull out your magic lute or magic harp, and
Yes,
then it
exactly.
would definitely be obvious.
The problem is I can cast suggestion on someone, but it would be obvious to everyone else. So if I do hypnotic pattern, I can hit the guard and the other guy. Although it might be more useful to hit Willisabel and the other guard.
To be fair, I can also cast suggestion.
Yeah, so could I.
Yeah, that's still not enough suggestions. Again, there are 5 people in the room. There are 5 people that we would need to
down.
all. Yeah, but they would know. The other people will know that we cast suggestion.
No, I didn't mean casting suggestion. I'm just saying you just need to talk him down.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
That's because you've given up.
Yes, kind of. You're the one who wanted to murder them all without even trying to.
I mean, I wanted to come in here and steal everything.
That's true.
Which I can do regardless. I win no matter what, really.
no matter who loses,
Whatever.
you win.
I'm fine with having combat.
No matter who loses, you loot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. I will give you the opportunity of a surprise action.
Okay.
Awesome. All of us?
Each of us, or just one of us?
No, just whoever shouts first.
I mean,
everybody's on edge, but they're all waiting for the last pin to drop.
I will
Yeah,
allow
okay.
Aurelia to do
I
it because
could just shoot a man dead.
You could.
but I think that Aurelia is probably the only one who has a way of like incapacitating 2 people potentially here.
I mean, I can also cast Hypnotic Pattern, fun fact.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's probably not as well as Aurelia can.
Yeah, I think
It's
They would have the advantage against your casting. 'cause you
Oh,
don't
yes,
have
that's
a
true.
heart.
It would also be less good.
and
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I think your DC is Aurelia's DC is higher anyway.
minus 19.
Oh,
Yours is 19?
oh, that's
Really?
right, because of the rope.
Oh, because of your fucking broken robe, yeah.
Yeah.
That item is honest. Like, seriously, that item is so good. It's insane.
It's a legendary item, of course it's good!
No, but like, even for a legendary item, it's amazing. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I think the best play here, especially because I really would still kind of prefer not to kill people, would be Hypnotic Pattern. So she's gonna say, well, hold on. I think I have a very good way of explaining this. And then she, casually grabs her loot and casts Hypnotic Pattern on this guard and this wizard over here.
All right.
By the Bacta tank that's very clearly housing some sort of elemental.
Yeah, now watch them both fucking save. But yeah, so no advantage DC 19.
You say that, and then I roll a 20 and an 18.
Fuck.
Fucking hell. I should have just opened with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh well.
Some days, But it's all down. It's all back to initiative now, and it's time to change the music.
Okay.
Oh, was there music before? I must have missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been very classy.
Heavy classical.
Heavy
Jesus.
classical. Yes! Very good. Let me...
Yeah. Just because there's a war on doesn't mean that it shouldn't still be classy.
Alright, let me roll initiative for Lake. This is for Lake. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll for Grunesh.
Fucking really?
Damn, I'm going before the rogue! Holy shit, I'm going first in the party amongst the player characters.
Wow.
Oh, this never happens!
Well,
To be fair, Visk has been rolling dog shit all day.
Yeah.
Really. My highest roll this whole session was a 13. And every other roll has been single digits.
Yeah.
Well, just to save time, I pre-rolled everybody's initiative here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not going
What is it?
first, but I'm still...
I like how the highest initiative is the guy off in the corner who has no paying attention to any of this.
He's like, huh?
Well-
What?
So you thought, as it turns out.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently, he's just sort of been staring between the bookshelves, watching this whole thing.
Is seeming concentration? No, it can't be.
No,
Right.
seeming is not concentration.
Right, okay.
No, it is very specifically not.
So, but when I give the signal, you need to drop it, and don't drop it yet. We just need to
Please.
drop it at the most opportune time, right as we win, just to rub the victory in their faces. Okay?
They'll be
Okay.
dead when we win, though.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not. Mainly, I'm thinking about Willisabel. Like, I've got a way that this is going to play out in my mind.
Yeah, look
Mhm.
at that, measuring out the... God
Mhm.
damn it.
All right. The transmuter in the corner casts telekinesis and attempts to grab and restrain Grunesh.
Okay.
So that is going to be an opposed casting ability check, +3 on his end,
Okay.
versus Grenash's strength check.
Okay.
And Grenache rolls with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything... I'm trying to see if there's anything here that, as like a monk, that he would get that would help with this. Trying to
Oh,
find
this
out.
is this is pure magic. It's not even a grapple.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Hold on though, because yes, this is an ability check, so I can use cutting words on
Okay.
potentially.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Do I need to do that before Grenache rolls?
You need to do it before I announce the results of the opposed roll.
Okay, so I will go ahead. And
Okay.
you said
So I can
Ganesh has
see the roll,
disadvantage.
and
then make your decision. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So proficient. Does he add his proficiency to this? Is it a save of some sort?
No, it is a strength check.
Okay.
It's just an ability check, which is why I really want to get it because it's going to be broken.
Okay.
So
in opposed checks, ties go to the status quo. Grenache is not restrained.
oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Don't even need to waste it.
However, just so you're aware, telekinesis is still active.
Yep. But he has to use his action to use it.
All right. And now it is Woolly Sibel, the evoker's turn. He is
It was just a prank, bro.
He's going to look over the person next to Aurelia and back up to here. Before casting mirror image on himself.
Oh, fun.
Lake.
Let's see. Do I have line of sight to this guy in this corner here? Maybe?
He is currently taking advantage of the shells and has 3/4 cover. That means his armor class is 5 higher than it would normally be.
Okay, so if I moved... Hold on, I need to figure out where I need to move to make this happen. So, okay, so if I move here, would he still have 3/4 cover?
At that point, half cover.
Okay, and that's only like what, +2?
Yeah, +2. And he is specifically cowering.
Alright, well, first of all, he gets a hex. Fuck you. Eat my hex. So that is a, that's 1 spell cast down. So, hold on. Wait, at higher levels... Oh, it just lasts longer, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright, so, next up, I'm going to do the thing that I love to do so much.
What's that?
Eldritch Blast.
Roll with disadvantage.
And here I thought it was awkwardly flirting with the Dryad, but never getting anywhere.
I mean, that's not during combat.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So... 19?
Against the,
Against the Hex guy.
Transmuter.
Yeah, 15... and 20.
All 3 will hit.
Ha!
Yes, all 3 will hit.
Ha! Extra d6 until the spell ends to whichever whenever you hit a target with an attack. Oh, so that applies to all 3 of them. So 3d10 plus 15 plus 3d6. 47 points of damage as I shout, the only good slave owner is the dead slave owner.
Blech.
Oh, and Hex will bounce to this guard right here.
You need another bonus action
Right.
to
right.
bounce your hex.
Right. That's right. Well then, my turn's done.
Alright. Awkward. Aurelia's just standing next to this guy. Let's see, actually. How far away is Willisabella? Oh, a little too far for what I was thinking.
Let me get that mirror image up.
What does
Icon.
mirror image do again?
Every time you try and hit them, you roll. Or he rolls. And if he rolls high enough, you hit a mirror image instead.
I see. What? Sorry. I lost my train of thought. That's just attacks then, not spells, or
Well, spells with attack rolls also, but
right.
like area effect stuff, no. That mirror image doesn't help with that.
Right. Okay. Oh god, I've got so many options now. Is the problem? We're probably not gonna have to fight, so there's no reason not to whip out the big guns.
Don't forget that there is that the heavy push you get from your rod,
Oh yeah.
Oosh.
and it does not always push away from you. It is the direction of your choice. And
Okay.
the balcony is at the top of the map there.
Wow. Okay. Really giving it away.
I want to see it happen just as much as you do.
Yeah. All right. But Aurelia doesn't actually want to kill people here.
Because Aurelia's a coward.
If she can avoid it. Well, I guess someone's already died, so maybe that ship has sailed.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
this guard is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
So, all right. A quick question, Bobbin, which might not be relevant now, but when it says, because I assume it's like the other things on the Rod of Lordly Might, where it's, when you hit a creature with a melee attack. Does a melee attack include a melee attack made as an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to try using Dissonant Whispers on the guard that's right next to me.
All right.
DC 19. Wisdom save.
All right, and that's not a charm effect, right?
No. Oh, no, it's not.
Let's see. No, that happens.
So he fails?
Yep.
Okay. 3d6. Although that's not really the important part. Okay, so 9 psychic damage, and he has to try to flee. And then-
Why does this guy have a mask?
That's the mirror image.
That's for the mirror image.
Okay.
And then, as he tries to flee, I will cast Blooming Blade and make a melee weapon attack with the rod. I guess I'll just keep it in mace form for now, rod form, rather than try to transform it, because I don't know how that would fuck up the semen. It probably wouldn't, but it's fine.
Listen, we're past the point
Wait,
where...
but before he runs away, though, because I get
Right,
to...
I just want to put him there so I remember where he's going.
Okay, but I'm going to try to throw him over the balcony like you wanted, so...
Well, that's actually just an action on its own. It's not.
that's an action on
not
its
part of an
own.
attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was like the Drain Life and Paralyze thing. It's
Oh
not.
no. One of the abilities the rod has, just you can use it as an action. This is another one of those. Other types of things the rod can do happen when you hit someone with it.
I see. Sorry. I thought it was like hitting someone with... I thought it was like the Drain Life and Paralyze, not like the Terrify. I see. That's fine. I'll just do it this way. It's not a big deal.
All right. Save it for one of the other guys, maybe.
Maybe. So... Roll the... Pretty sure that hits.
Roll with disadvantage.
Oh. Why? Does that say
Probably something about the room.
It's not the room, but it is something.
Oh, is it the thing in the tank?
That does hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
And which of the Rod's abilities would you like to use, if any?
Hold on, let me just roll this damage. Ugh, that's not great. Okay, so 20 damage from that. And let's...
There is Drain Life or Paralyze. Those are the...
I'm not gonna do that. But note that he ran there, and now he if he moves, he will take an additional Oh wait, I fucked that up. It's only supposed to be 2d8, so I guess remove the last die. He takes an extra 3d8 if he moves again.
Whoops. All right.
And then for her bonus action, Aurelia is gonna dodge. Oh, and I guess she can move too. She's coming for Belisabel. That was about right? She moved 40 feet actually, so I guess she can't quite get right next to him. Oh well.
How did I know this song would be on this collection, by the way?
Because of the name.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that Lorm is going to use his most powerful spell on this guard. The right one. Let me just double check what it does. Yeah, looks like that's a good choice. He uses Maze, and the guy's just gone.
I have never heard of that spell.
Maze is pretty great.
It's a level 8 spell.
It's exactly what you think it is.
What, just teleport someone into a maze?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long?
Until
10
they solve
minutes, concentration, or until he succeeds at a DC 20 intelligence check.
Fair enough.
Also, Minotaurs automatically succeed.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense. The whole point was that the Minotaur...
It's a labyrinth. It teleports them to a labyrinth.
Yeah, but the whole point was the Minotaur was trapped in the labyrinth. It could never find its way out.
Yeah,
It
well,
doesn't matter. It's stupid.
Minotaurs aren't
automatically
supposed to...
fail.
Minotaurs was one legendary beast and not a species anyway. Grenache.
Oh, Grenache, right. Let's see here. What's Grenache's speed these days? Sure he has that written down somewhere.
At least someone does.
Let's see here. Here's combat. No, so orcs are base 30, right? Or half orcs are base 30.
Right.
I've got the book here so I can figure it out
It's
from there.
45.
Oh, it's 45? Okay. So...
It's at the top of the sheet.
Oh.
Next to initiative.
Oh, okay. Yep, there it is. It's right there. Oh, wait, no, this guy's... Is this guy gonna be back to normal next turn?
Not on his next turn, no. His next turn he won't be able to take much damage.
Okay. Well, in that case, Grenache is just gonna probably just run up to this guy instead. And start with the old pokey pokey punchy punchy. So,
Sounds like a wild night.
yeah. Trying to find where temper is. It's that down here at the very bottom. Okay. So, he gets to make 2 attacks, I believe. Temper. So 21 and 24.
He rolls with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So, 21 in that case. And then, well, natural 1.
Natural 1.
So he hits once.
Alright, with temper's damage.
Plus 7, plus 1, 6. Okay. So, 15 points of damage. And, does this guy look like a physical fighter at all, or is it just, or does he look
Definitely a mage.
Okay, definitely a mage. Well, in that case, Flurry of Blows. So, how many does Flurry of Blows do? How many extra attacks these days?
2 more, same as always.
Oh, 2 more, same? Okay. I don't know monks that well. I play one every once in a while. So, here, unarmed. So, 2 with disadvantage.
Yes.
21. 22. So,
Alright.
6 plus 8. Holy shit!
Wow.
They take
Commence the pummeling.
yeah, takes another 20 damage. What's his bonus at? Yeah, that's his entire turn, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, with that, he is not going to hold back. So let's see. C-O.
Don't mind me, just chilling here.
Ah, here it is. 60-foot radius. Foot radius. Handle that.
Oh, did I bring Errol with me? I kind of figured he's been with me most of the time while we've been here, since they seem to like familiars and everything, but I didn't explicitly say it, to be fair.
Plus, if you're expecting trouble, you would not want him to be present for it.
Well, he gives me magic resistance.
Yeah, but if he gets hit by a area spell, then
That's true.
he's done.
Ah, poor guy.
And the reason I bring it up is because you're being hit by an area spell.
Yeah, which one?
Circle of Death.
Oh, that's a
That's
fucking okay.
Okay, what kind of save is it?
That is a Constitution saving throw, and before anybody rolls, Grenache and Lake have to roll with disadvantage. Nobody else does.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We're all caught in it. Wow, big radius.
Yeah.
60 feet
foot.
radius, yes.
And it only hits people they want it to.
Oh no, that's what an evoker does. This guy's going for everybody. Everybody on this board except for him has to roll.
Oh, wow, okay. Cool.
Okay, so my save is at
This would be a
disadvantage.
good time for my...
What kind of save was
cold
that?
streak,
It's
yeah.
Constitution.
Constitution.
Okay. Constitution isn't the best, but
Yeah.
ah,
Not
damn it! That
expected
natural
my
20 was
luck to get any better.
wasted. I'm gonna try lucky that. as well. Just
You can't. You are not lucky right now.
huh.
Something weird's happening here.
All right. Well, then let me Grunash it up.
Lily?
Oh, hi, I can actually do something now.
Well, kind
What?
of.
You need to
Wait,
roll a
what's happening?
Constitution. You need to roll a Constitution saving
Alright.
throw.
Oh,
You do
fuck
not.
me.
Let's see. No, you're not proficient in Constitution. Fuck me! Seriously?
Yep.
Well. Okay.
Okay, well, this
Let's
shit is
see.
gonna hurt.
And he's just a straight D20. Oh.
Oh.
Lorm saved.
Wow, okay.
Lorm saved, and
The party failed.
the weird guard saved. But nobody else did. Including Elisabel. Elisabel also failed. Alright, and it is half damage for success.
So what's the damage?
Honestly, not that much. I mean, you gotta trade something off for hitting such a wide spread.
That's necrotic damage, right?
Yes, you actually take half that.
Yes, because I'm resistant.
Oh, fuck off.
15, 17?
Yeah. And
And then
you'll
Grenache
take
takes
17. And
Yeah.
after that... And after that, the necromancer is going to run.
Grenache gets
Go
an
ahead and
attack
use
of
that
opportunity.
attack, yeah.
Yeah. Grenache going to fucking stab him with Emperor. Disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Is it 20 still?
That still hits, yeah. Basically, you need to roll a 1 to miss at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah. So another 12, 3 of which is lightning, if that makes any difference. I don't think it does.
Not against him. Lily. Time for revenge.
I could get revenge on the necromancer, but he's run so far away, and I would need to stealth. And I'm gonna shoot the fucking glass tank.
What?
What glass tank?
This tank. Fuck. I'm gonna shoot the tank.
Oh no, that's
Pretty sure
open
it's coming
topped.
from. Yeah. Well, whatever. I'll shoot him then.
Yeah, and you actually can stealth. The plinth in the center of the chamber, or the dais at the center of the chamber here, is tall enough that if you ran to this spot here, which you can, you could crouch under it to get cover and stealth
which
against the necromancer. This one.
Okay.
Just close enough to get there.
Yeah.
Bonus
All
action
right.
stealth, and then
Yep.
fire at the necromancer. And from your current position, you would not have disadvantage.
Let's see. Stealth. 31.
I'd say that's
Okay.
good enough.
I'd hope so. And I'll mention something about Skulker if I do that, but...
Shoot him in the head.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Do you have inspiration saved up from anything?
I do not.
Does anybody else want to give Lily their inspiration?
I don't think I have it. No, I don't have it, and I don't want to
believe
speak.
I have it either.
And Grunash doesn't have it, so.
Aurelia has it.
I do?
Yeah. It's
I-
on the top list. Inspiration is checked. Next to proficiency and initiative there.
Oh, That's interesting because it's not checked on the PDF that I usually used to keep track of things, so I'm not sure if I actually have it or if I spent it and forgot to uncheck it on here. It's a very long time since anyone got inspiration, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I need to be a little more active with that.
Well, I'll leave it up to you, Bobbin. If you want to say that I have it, then I will give it to Lily. Otherwise,
Let's say I gave you inspiration for milking Willie Sabell for all he was worth.
Schmoozing like a motherfucker.
that is a very Aurelia thing to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So what do I do?
Just
Roll
you have
one more
advantage.
time.
You have advantage essentially.
Because now you have advantage.
Okay, I'll do that.
It's not essentially, it is actively getting advantage.
True.
You know, not that good, but you are shooting a wizard.
True.
He's
Shame that
squished.
stealth is worthless.
You squish.
It was good enough to let you hit him, so
Oh, did I hit him?
yeah.
Oh shit. Slightly out of it. Let's see. That's a 2d10 plus 6 plus. Forget what my current number is. I think it's 76, but I could be wrong. One day I'll actually remember these.
It's half your level roundup.
Yeah. Okay. It's 76. Okay. Plus 7d6. Yeah, just for laughs. Also, Lily is incredibly fucking pissed about getting hit by that goddamn shitty circle of death.
Yeah.
Well, even when rolling poorly.
Boom. Headshot.
Your bolt pins him to the table.
That wasn't a bolt, that was the gun.
Okay.
Your gun pins him to the table.
The table is now covered in viscera.
Ah.
All right, and well, right now it is the mazed guard's turn. Let me just check. He's got a +1 modifier for intelligence, but he does not find his way out of the maze yet.
So why was that guy mazed? I missed something.
Laura mazed him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Laura
Laura mazed
mazed him. Okay, for some reason I thought his friend mazed him, but okay.
Yeah, Lorem can maze. Just cuz.
Lorem's
He
been
always
holding.
could.
Lorem's been holding back on us, so that way we felt good about ourselves.
Like, he's just actually just terrible in combat, is why.
Mm.
All right, that's how it is. The guard who is still here throws a pair of daggers at Grenache.
Okay.
And he... What?
Do these count as projectiles for deflecting?
Actually, yes.
Okay, cool. I need to figure out how to do that. Deflect missiles. Use a reaction to reduce ranged weapon damage by 1d10 plus dex plus monk level. Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
No. No? No.
All right, other dagger. Damn, look at those numbers.
Yeah. None of those hit.
What the hell?
Doesn't even need to deflect them. Just dodges out of the way.
All right, he spends a bonus action and gets a natural 20 instead.
Oh, okay. Well, then a natural 20 hits, so yeah. Let me roll that d10 plus monk level plus dexterity bonus while you roll his damage. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be catching anything. Roll. And I brought up my character sheet by mistake, because it's just habit. Plus monk level 8, and then plus dexterity, which is 5. It reduces it by 15.
Alright, so that is
22.
22. Yep. Alright, Transmuter's dead. Knock him off the list here. Do the same with the Necromancer.
Yeah, he's really fucking dead.
Yeah.
No bringing himself back to life.
Alright.
I mean, if he was a lich, I'd just hunt down the phylactery and shoot that too.
Well, you need a little help with that. Phylactery and all that.
One day I'll get my gun enchanted, so help me.
Alright, so, Melissa Bell backs up even further.
Still
Okay.
Artificer instead, fuck it.
Actually, yeah, that would be a good choice. Chain Lightning.
Oh, he's up there. Okay. Chain lightning. Okay.
How does chain lightning work again?
I don't remember.
I looked at it the other day as a possible option, I believe. But I'm trying to recall.
Lorm is too far away, but everybody else is within 30 feet of the first target. So Lake, Lily, and Aurelia are targeted.
And it's dexterity saving throw.
Yes. Which Lake makes with disadvantage.
Yes.
But
I mean, I'm already
Aurelia-
terrible at dexterity saving throws, so fuck it. What the fuck? That is the second time I've gotten the natural 20 on a disadvantage.
Oh, wait. I'm proficient in that, so that should be a 16, but I don't know if that'll matter, actually. That's probably still too low.
Well, actually, against him, his save is 15.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, Lily takes cover. Doesn't even break a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I take half damage then.
Yeah.
I don't.
And let's just see. Anything
I love
else?
evasion, it's so good.
No, that's just that.
Yeah, evasion's really good.
34 lightning damage. It's actually kind of low powered.
Alright, so 17. Wow, okay,
Yeah.
I'm still down to half health.
Same? No, I'm a little bit over half, though.
Well, it's your turn. Wait, no, it's not.
Mm.
Because that guard is
no.
taking a legendary action.
I'm sorry, what?
What? Wait, what the fuck is this guard? Is this a dragon?
No.
Is he something equally fucked up? Is that why he's causing people to have disadvantage?
Oh. Well, as a matter of fact, he is the reason.
Wait, hold on. Don't I have, like... I have true sight, I think? Hold on, I need to...
Well, you can... Isn't that something you have to cast?
No, I have dark vision 120 feet. I can see all directions. I have advantage on perception checks that require sight. I can see invisible creatures and objects and into the... No, okay, that's something else then.
No,
Never mind.
you can't see through illusions, so yeah, no.
Yeah. That was an invocation I was thinking about picking up pretty soon, since I'm getting another invocation soon. That I was thinking of.
Oh, God.
Anyway, what's the
Right.
guard doing?
Throwing another dagger at Grenache.
Oh, okay.
That'll hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. So, and he's already used his reaction, so he can't deflect again. So,
Nope.
Right.
So he takes the 18.
oh jeez.
And now it's Lake's turn.
All right, you know what? This guy, he fucking sucks, and I hate him. So he's gonna eat a. Well, first of all, I'm bouncing the hex to him as my bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to use Hexblade's Curse, right?
Yeah. And then he eats a fucking finger of death. So I forget what kind of save he needs to make. I think Constitution. Hold on one second.
Let's make it that.
I'm looking at it real quick. Yes, it is. So, if he saves, then he takes half damage, and
He saves.
yeah. I know he has a legendary action, so he can just choose to save. But he takes 33 points of
Actually,
necrotic.
no, he doesn't have legendary resistance. He just has advantage on everything.
Oh, okay. I forgot to roll the extra d6 for the hex, so he actually takes 68, which is divided by half.
All right, that's 34.
Yep, and then Lake is gonna move. Let me see where I want to move. Where can I move? Like here, I guess.
Okay.
So that's all.
He uses another legendary action, which is actually kind of weird, because the big coil right next to him just sort of sparks and sends him flying.
Aww.
Apparently doing no damage, but he does land right here in the midst of you guys.
Huh.
Aww. Okay. That was weird.
Well, alright. Maybe it's time to try to use my... I feel like this isn't going to work on him. How... Shit, I don't have it written down. I'm sorry, Bobbin. Can you remind me how the push thing works?
I've got it on here. Let me just scroll up far enough. Let's see. Let's go to find this note. Ah, here it is. The Hand of Onos ability.
Big slappy.
Oh, okay. It saved DC 17 strength. Okay, I'm not going to use that on him then, because I feel like there's a very good chance that he will.
Well, there is this guy standing right next to the balcony.
Yeah.
But it's my
Powerful
buddy
spellcaster.
Wally. I don't want to kill
Give him the big slappy.
Give him the big
Well.
slappy.
He may have fly.
The big slappy. He's a wizard. He's a fucking nerd. He won't be able to stop it.
No, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Not until it's he's the last
Coward!
one. Not until he's the last one left. Then maybe I'll do it. But no. Instead, Aurelia is going to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance on the guard.
It just works.
It does. It's a
It
nice thing
just
about
works.
it. And for a bonus action, she's going to put her Hexblade's Curse, which won't do anything this round, but might be useful later. And then while you guys deal with him, she's going to just run up and get up in Wally's grill.
All right. In that case, after you take your turn, he is. Let's see. Let's use the last legendary action here. Let's see. Randomly determined enemy. Oh dear. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. Oh. Okay, Aurelia.
Yep.
As you were running up towards as you are running up towards Wall Isabel, you accidentally stumble. Quite badly, in fact. So, make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit! But I didn't use the. Okay, so
Oh,
it's
no.
disadvantage. I should be able to use acrobatics, Bobbin. Come on.
Not against
Wait.
this.
Oh, you said 15, right? That works.
Yeah, and actually you did have... Oh no, you have disadvantage for this particular thing.
I have disadvantage always unless I use dodge because of the
Right.
stupid fucking rod.
But hey, that's enough. And, yeah, that means no damage happens. You
Okay,
catch yourself.
She
before
plays it
you-
off like it was intentional.
You
Meant
catch
to do
yourself
that.
before you hit your knee really bad on the step.
What is this guy? What the fuck?
I don't know, some sort of like spell fighter. If only there was a word for that.
Hasn't actually used any spells though.
Yeah, he hasn't.
If only there was some sort of word for that.
Alright, well. Worm's turn.
Alright.
Remember, we've got advantage on attacks against this guy, and he's got disadvantage on dexterity saving
Man,
throws.
I moved so far because I was going to do mass healing word with Grenache. Kill everybody.
Whatever, I'm fine.
Actually, yeah, most of us are fine. Maybe I should just have Grenache heal himself.
Alright. Well, Lorm does not want to hurt the books behind the guy. So he's going to use Scorching Rays.
He's more concerned about the books. Oh, that's right. That's the entire reason we're here. Of course.
Jesus.
I forgot. I forgot. I thought it was just. I thought it was just
Actually-
Lorm just being a nerd.
He is far enough away that he does not get disadvantage on these attack rolls. And 2 of them hit.
So it is just distance. But then Aurelia didn't have disadvantage the first time she attacked him. Or did she? Oh, she did, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I
You're a
forgot
bit
about
closer than he is, though.
that. Yeah. No. For a second, I thought Aurelia hadn't had disadvantage, but she did. I just forgot.
Grenache.
Grenache is gonna use the spear's ability to cast heal on himself because he's at 24 out of 98 hit points. So he's back up to 94.
Why is Grenache the least tanky member of the party?
He has Okay, he has a 22 AC. He's pretty tanky. It's just that this guy's gotten really lucky.
Yeah, okay.
Almost like luck is his thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
Catch that.
Oh
Did you
shit!
figure what it
Is he using? Did he use his luck points to negate my luck points? That's why.
No, I think he's got. I think he's some kind of weird monster that has some kind of luck
Oh, okay.
connection.
I don't think
Not a
Grenache
monster, but yes.
Or
That's
yeah, I
weird
mean, I don't know, a
stuff.
god, who knows?
I don't think Grenache can
It's
really
just-
do anything like. Unless he's got like stuff with his bonus action. Oh wait, that's right. Spiritual weapon's a bonus action, so he's gonna cast that. I forgot that he has that.
Oh yeah, he used heal out of his staff so he can cast it. Yes.
Yeah. So let me just draw a little sword here out of yellow, I guess.
You will not need to.
Oh, right, because you finally have a token for it.
Let me just resize it properly.
Can
Where do
I
you want
also? Where can I cast spiritual weapon? Like how far away?
I believe it is 60 feet.
Okay, so if it's 60 feet, then right next to this asshole right here, and then I get to make
Right,
an
and
Grill.
I get to make an attack with it immediately, right?
yes, you can.
Okay.
Using your spell casting
Okay.
attack bonus.
So,
Should be in his giant list of attack weapons.
yeah. Unarmed dart, elven long knife, spiritual weapon. Here we are.
Hits.
All right. So 1
D8 plus modifier.
Oh, it's D8. Okay. Oh, I was looking at radiant assault bolt. Okay, yep. So D8 plus 4. Wait, no. I think is his modifier only plus 4? Hold on a second. No, it's plus 5 now. So he just hasn't updated that. 12.
All right. Lily.
Ah.
I mean,
see.
unless you want to move Grenache somewhere.
Nah, he's fine where he is.
Okay, so out of curiosity, if I was to hide here, could I stealth from this boy over here?
Yes. You would also. Number one, you're small, and number two, you also have the steps,
Skulker.
providing you just a little bit of extra cover.
Also, I have Skulker, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, I realized today that if I miss a shot with Skulker, I'm still stealthed. Just put that silencer on my gun.
Yeah, for the gun, I'm not going to allow that.
I know. It's just I figured I'd mention that.
I mean, if nothing else, the smoke kind of gives away your position too.
You need to invent the
Don't tell
silencer
me.
and the loudener.
And smokeless powder.
Hey, look, I rolled a 15 again. Okay. So do I have advantage because I'm stealthed? Out of curiosity.
Let me check the distance. Yes.
Good. Good.
Fuck 'em up.
With advantage.
Good enough.
So let's see. Once again, let's roll 2d10, excuse me.
So I'm guessing it's about 30
Plus
feet.
6. Plus 7d6.
I think he's about to eat it.
Not yet.
Oh.
I could have rolled better.
Hey, you could have rolled worse.
And that is my turn.
All right. Now let me just check the Otto's irresistible dance.
Or do they make it the save at the start of their turn?
They can spend their action.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he'll do that. And your DC is 19 now? Aurelia?
Oh, yes, sorry.
All right. Not good enough.
Haha! Fuck you.
Nice.
What kind of dance is he doing?
Let's see. He is an elf. So
Oh no, he's flossing.
Is he?
I always
by all
imagined
appearances,
I always imagined them doing like river dance. Like no matter
It's
what
actually doing the
race.
Charleston.
yeah, all that Celtic imagery. But I think in this case, though, it would be more like something like a one-person foxtrot.
Ah, okay.
All right. So, well, Isabel does not appreciate you being up in his grill.
Why not?
So he's going to throw a cone of cold at you.
Oh, he's in for an unfortunate surprise.
That's very rude of him. Just gonna
Yeah,
say.
even though that is not exactly the best use of that spell, he's doing it anyway. He is panicking.
Fair. Is that a dexterity saving throw?
Cone of cold might be Constitution, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is Constitution.
Makes sense. It's cold.
Yeah.
All right.
and it does extend out to 60 feet, so it might catch some of the rest of you.
Jesus, okay. But I've got resistance, so it's still only half damage, right?
The cold, yes, actually.
I'm at the very tip of 60 feet. Am I going to have to make a roll?
No, you're just past it. But
Okay.
however, Lily is actually in the path.
I am?
Yeah.
This is a big spell.
Okay. Huh.
I'll give you advantage because you are behind cover from his perspective.
It's true, I love my little steppy. Constitution, advantage, no proficiency. God!
All right, so you two fail, and the guard actually succeeds.
Fuck that guard.
Has advantage on everything. However, this is a damage for half. And while he does have evasion, that, as Lily knows, it does not apply to Constitution checks.
Yup! So fuck this guy. God, would that be fucking choice? This is how it ends. Ah,
Oh my
yes!
god!
Yes!
Speaking of luck, what the hell?
Wow.
Ah, yes!
Some extreme results
Hoisted
there.
by
That's
his own petard.
It's actually not that far above average. It's just very extreme. All right.
He's dead.
Yes!
He's fucking dead, and in the best way possible.
Like I said, Elisabella's panicking.
Now, Wally, from where you're standing, this must seem like an 18 run of bad luck. But the truth is, now this is where Lake drops the illusion. The game was rigged from the start.
I dropped the seeming.
Nice New Vegas reference. Nice.
Alright, and then fucking Eldritch Blast this asshole. I don't have disadvantage anymore. The guy who's giving me disadvantage is dead now, right?
No, you don't want to really to give him the big slappy.
No. I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. Well, he also has mirror image up, so... But some of these are bound to hit the illusions anyway.
Mhm.
Fair enough, just don't hit me.
I mean, it's Eldritch Blast, so that's impossible.
I know, it's a joke.
Alright, so, 21...
No.
Huh?
No, it misses. You hit a mirror image.
Oh, yes, okay. So, 19
Hits.
and 31.
Misses.
Damn it! Okay.
Wow.
Oh wait, also, before this, I forgot to mention I'm gonna bounce my hex to him, so he's hexed as well. So...
Oh wait, I gained health from that guy dying.
Yeah.
That
Plus
because of my Hexblade's
5
curse.
plus 1d6. 13!
He's still up.
Give him the big slappy.
Give him
You
the big
use your
slappy.
bonus action to jump the curse. So Aurelia,
Sorry, hold on. I was just checking how much health I gained. 7 health. Okay, not bad. Does Wally have anything to say for himself?
a half-breed.
All right. Okay.
Lily just pops up in the background and waves.
I don't even know what you are.
Mm,
Oh,
Green!
you dumb bastard!
something more powerful than you ever. But
True, I have a gun.
a small-minded person like you would never understand that.
The great equalizer. Gun.
But I was
All
talking
right.
about the green thing.
Oh. Wow. I didn't even say what I was doing yet, but
I'm just assuming because I
Yeah.
want it to happen.
yeah, sure.
And because he would have failed. I made sure. check.
Completely befuddled by the existence of a goblin.
I mean, he might still have flies, so we'll see.
Well, yeah, you go up to the ledge. If he's got fly, he'll come back up any minute now.
Well, not if he's smart.
Any minute now.
I'm gonna
Does this man
go.
strike you as
I'm gonna
smart?
run.
He might have featherfall.
I'm gonna run up to him.
Or
I'm gonna,
levitate.
is he still within 300 feet by the time I get up to the window?
No.
Damn it! Damn it! I'm gonna start blasting down there anyway. I don't care.
That's
Just for the light
excessive.
show.
He died on impact.
I hope he did. He might have featherfall.
Well, he will. It's a long way down.
I feel kind of bad about that.
No, you
No.
shouldn't though.
All right, well, if we're done here, then we should be sure to get out of here within 10 minutes or so.
Now, I'm gonna examine this corpse because something ain't
Yeah.
right about this.
What is
Smells
Corpse.
off.
All right. Well, no, we should probably. Aurelia's going to help find it, or try to. She'll probably roll a fucking 3.
Yeah,
I
Green
mean, I
Natural
can
help.
also help investigate.
Yeah,
But something seems
Natural
off about
help.
this body.
Natural help investigate as well.
I was too optimistic, apparently.
Grenache did pretty
Go through
good
his-
considering he has a -1.
So that is incorrect. That's a 24.
Let me roll for Lake, I guess.
So, Aurelia, you go through his pockets for loose change, but then you remember room and board is included. You wouldn't have any.
13.
But, Lily, when you check the body of the odd guard, you don't locate any indication that he isn't an elf. He doesn't start transforming back into his natural shape, or if he does, he's already there because he's an elf. But you also don't detect any sort of illusions masking his appearance. And you do find one thing, though, which is a small emblem with the pile of arrows on it and a symbol above it, which when you hold it up to one of the other party members, they tell you is the symbol for is the elven numeral for 4.
Ominous.
Yeah. What can I roll to try and figure out what that even means?
Well, the guy was talking about tiers before and how he was tier
He's a
3.
tier 4.
Oh, this guy's a tier 4.
Interesting. So why was he pretending to be a common guard?
To catch people like you, presumably.
Seems like a lot of
Alright, well, what's this person got on them that's cool?
Nothing in particular, but you can make an investigation roll with advantage to check
with
the room.
With advantage. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'll
only...
Because you are-
investigation.
Because you are helping each other.
Okay, so let me...
I can make the investigation roll.
Okay. Go ahead.
So just one for the whole party.
I mean, it would make it easier.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 29.
All right. So, Lily does this nice and fast and professional. She finds a total of 5,000 gold pieces worth of mixed gem dust. And when I say mixed, I mean that they are actively mixed together. So it's going to be impossible to separate them out. Separate out the gem, the diamond dust from everything else, for instance.
Like ruby and sapphire and stuff.
Right. It's still useful as such for some spells, but not for all of them.
It's mainly
Most-
for snorting.
You also find 1,000 gold pieces worth of incense, which is
Ah,
useful
smells
for
terrible.
a variety of wizard spells, and a number of expensive-looking components for spells that none of you are actively familiar with. However, when you sell them, you're sure you can get 5,000 gold pieces.
Hell yeah. So that's what, 11,000 total?
Yeah, so split 5 ways.
Alright, just typing that out so you can... And you also find a cache of important-looking papers in a glass case on one of the tables. The glass case is closed.
Okay, any obvious
Gee,
way to open up?
I wish we had a rogue in the party who could open up the glass case.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any obvious way to open it?
The handle.
Okay, yeah, just open it.
Okay, make a wisdom save with disadvantage.
This is the best idea I've ever had.
That is the 4th time somebody has rolled a natural 20 on a save with disadvantage.
The other roll is a 16, though, and
Yeah.
that's, as a matter of fact, high enough. Because you hear a tiny voice in your head say, "This case must be trapped. You should avoid opening or interacting with it." And you go, "That is the trap, isn't it? I'm going to open it."
I know what I sound like. That's not what I sound like.
Yeah, you know,
It's not brazen enough.
a rare moment of personal clarity. You find a series of correspondence notes. After paging through one after another, you find one that looks to be most recent and most important.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Could you read it, Bobby?
All right. Sir Veriston. That's,
Whoa.
yeah, that's Wally's last name. We hope our letter finds you well. Your last report on your recruitment figures are right on target with our quota numbers. We are pleased, but do not let your recruitment rate slow down. Suggest to prospective members that they may work off the debt of membership, if you must. We shall inform you of how you may put them to use when you inform us of how many recruits you get through these means and what their skill sets tend towards. The annual meeting is coming up on a date that you recognize as being less than a month away, and you are requested and required to be present so that you may receive more specific instruction. Our newly purchased island shall be the location of this year's event, and when the meeting takes place, it shall be hovering just north of Dirkhall Island. You are expected promptly at sundown. Do not be late. Many of the other attending members are new, so when you approach, be sure to have our insignia visible on the prow of your ship or spelljammer. The hand signal this year is palm out with fingers spread, aside from the middle and ring fingers, which should be held together. You may bring up to 3 fellow members whom you believe are ready for promotion and who have already paid the appropriate dues. Remember that your hand signal indicates your rank, so do not let your associates use it, and keep them with you at all times while on the island. We are eagerly awaiting your attendance. Her Majesty, Queen Hanera Terranel, Ulmard, co-chairwoman of the Society.
Okay then. Should we go recover his corpse?
I mean, we got a good enough look at him that one of us can seeming as him.
Yeah.
Yeah, more just so that he's not discovered. The problem is if it's not for some time, they'll know he's gone missing, and there'll be questions about that problem. Well, will they? No, they will. Because there are other members here.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll be long gone.
No. Not that. I mean, if we're going to the meeting, I don't think going to the meeting disguised as him would.
Well, the only members checking through the letters, he is the only person who has been communicating with the higher ups here.
Oh, okay.
It appears that even the rank 4 with the luck powers is not actually communicating, or at least not through official channels. Hard to say what that disruption is going to feel like for them. But correspondence, you also note that letters at most come once per month.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we'll probably be good to pretend they were that we're the douchebag that we shoved out the window.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Alright.
that you're the douchebag that we shoved out the window, because you're the best talker out of all of us.
That's true.
I mean, I just.
So really is going to have to spend the next couple of weeks really practicing, I guess.
Well, good thing you've been spending a lot of time with him lately.
Yeah. Well, I think that actually it's quite important to keep the half-breeds away from. Keep all the humans as slaves because they're dirty animals.
When you talk like that, it makes me want to punch you in the gut.
Same.
Okay, so it's working.
Yes.
Oh, let's leave.
Let's get out of here. Yes.
Let's fucking book it.
This place sucks a lot.
Now, hold on. Should we dump the bodies over the balcony?
Yes.
Yes, I take the lucky guy.
I take this spellcaster that I one-shot.
Aurelia, for the record, Aurelia feels kind of bad about this, but
Blake doesn't.
Lily
The only
doesn't feel the slightest bit bad.
good
I-
the only good slave owner is a dead slave owner.
We gotta be able to clean up this mess over here.
I'm sure at least one of you has prestidigitation, right?
that's true. Aurelia
Yeah.
can clean that up while you guys deal with the bodies.
Because that does get rid of bloodstains.
Yeah, you know what? I'll cast it myself because I'm the one who made the mess.
My guess is that these people are probably not the type to like go check the ground beneath the island for if these people go missing.
Also, it's moving, so.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if it's constantly moving, but
It
it
is.
is.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like sort of a.
No, that's what the
intervals.
Sky Islands do. Is they move.
No, I mean I know they move. I did not know that it was continuous motion. I thought it was sort of like staggered motion. Like they move and then they stop for a while and then they move.
No,
It's
no.
fine. Either way.
These guys make regular orbits of their nations.
Okay, cool. Well, then even less chance they'll find them.
Yeah.
This place blows.
Yeah, it
Right.
does. All right, let's go home. I can just
Yeah.
teleport us to the ship.
Yeah, probably for the best. Especially because you do also still have, at this point, 5-minute time limit
Oh yeah, good point. Let's go.
before the one guy who got mazed pops back in.
Oh,
God, that's gonna be awkward.
He's gonna pop and be like,
I
what?
forgot about him.
Where is everybody?
Yeah.
We're
So
just
he'll-
gonna.
Well, maybe he'll get blamed. Who knows? Then again, we're also disappearing.
Just gonna gaslight the shit out of this man that you mazed.
I could have sworn there was a fight going on. What's happening? Where are my
Where
friends?
is everyone? Okay,
Wow.
friends is a strong word. I feel like these people just tolerate each other at best.
Yeah, that's elven friendship. I'm pretty sure.
There's no such thing. Don't lie to me.
Not around here, maybe not. But I'd say that's enough for today.
Yeah, it's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So be sure to work on your snob and see you next week.
And I still won't be able to speak, but okay.
See ya.
When you go to Wemba Kaitor.
Whoa!
Oh.
Seems
Wow,
nice.
oh my god, that's World of Warcraft. Holy shit.
Is it?
Yes, it looks like it. It looks exactly like it. Oh god, I'm dying.